Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of Fader Chronicles. My name is Daddy Steve, and today's episode is about streaming etiquette. We're going to discuss what streaming etiquette is. We're going to talk about why it's important, the do's and the don'ts for streaming etiquette. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and start off with defining streaming etiquette. Streaming etiquette is a customary code of polite behavior in society or among members of a particular profession or group. So to break that down for this conversation, it is simply put how you interact and behave with others in the streaming, broadcast, content creation community. And we're going to go ahead and talk about why it's important. If you've watched previous videos, you'll understand that building a community takes networking. And in order to network people, you have to interact with other broadcasters and streamers in other communities. So in order to grow long term, you have to interact with other people. And if you are not interacting with other people in a positive way, you are going to suffer for that long term. You may not see those issues right away, but long term, those will affect you. Additionally, it helps build a stronger community overall on a particular platform. So for example, if you are being a shining example of positivity, that can infect other communities on the platform and make the platform as a whole a lot better to be a part of. And lastly, if you become blacklisted amongst community members within the platform, you may find it extremely difficult to grow and even prevent yourself from gaining opportunities such as sponsorships or even partnerships with folks. So keep that in mind. That playing nice does matter, especially if you're trying to do this long term, and especially if you're trying to make this a profession. Okay, so let's talk about what you should be doing with streaming etiquette. So streaming etiquette, the behavior you should be showing towards other streamers and content creators is a supportive, positive behavior where you're helping promote their social media functions. So examples like liking tweets, retweeting things, liking posts, upvoting things on Reddit. I mean, anything that is related to social media, you should be supporting the broadcasters and streamers you care about. Additionally, if they are streaming, you should definitely be there to support them in the stream, because every viewer does count. You should also be engaging in chat, creating highly entertaining content as far as conversation is concerned, driving conversation, making the streamer's life a lot more pleasant by making the chat experience more engaging for them. And my particular example, if I have a highly engaged chat, it makes the stream go 100 times better. If you have a chat that is very quiet, you start questioning yourself. You start getting in your head about why chat is so quiet. So if you have someone there constantly like spurring along the conversation and getting everybody engaged and talking, it makes the streamer's life a lot better. So if you could be that person and supporting them, then go right ahead and do so. Additionally, I think you should honestly try to spark good conversation in other social media platforms. So for example, if someone tweets something that is something that you agree with, then make sure you say that and you respond to them and engage with them directly. I mean, this is part of relationship building. So you're honestly just every opportunity you can, you're trying to build a relationship with other content creators. And a key thing that I forgot to mention here is these are content creators that are similar in size to you. You're not trying to connect with the top streamers or the top content creators of your platform, because they're most likely too busy to talk to you and they already have their own network that they've already built. So what you're doing is you're trying to build a community of people that are similar size, similar viewpoint as you, and you're supporting them in that regard. So make sure you're not going to the top dogs every directory and say, hey, these guys aren't responding to me. I've tried to network with these guys, but they're just not responding. Well, it's because you're trying to network with the wrong type of people. You need to start with people of similar size as you, or slightly bigger or slightly smaller than you, and then as you grow, you can connect with other growing streamers on the platform as well. And then that's how you do it. You build it up from the bottom up. You don't start from the top down. You start from the bottom up. So make sure you keep that in mind. So let's get into the meat of it. This is probably the most interesting piece of it. What you shouldn't do as far as streaming etiquette is concerned. You should not be passively or self-promoting in general in other people's channels, other people's social media. You should not be saying, "Hey guys, it was nice hanging out today, but I'm going to go stream right now at 5 o'clock. I hope you guys show up." Don't do anything like that is scummy in nature and that is trying to poach other viewers away from the channel that you're hanging out in. Additionally, when you're tweeting or notifying the world that you're going to stream, don't be tagging all the big dogs in the world and say, "Hey guys, I'm going to stream," because they don't really care if you're streaming or not. And it's a waste of their time, a waste of your time to tag all these streamers, and it just makes you look desperate. It makes you look thirsty for attention. So it is a bad look, and don't do it. It's just not going to work out for you. Lastly, and I just want to touch a few high points. There are plenty of things you shouldn't do with streaming etiquette, but in order to keep this video short, I just want to touch a few things. Don't guilt trip your viewers into thinking that they have to pay you or tip you or subscribe to you. Your viewers don't owe you anything. If anything, you owe your viewers everything. Your viewers could be watching any other streamer. They could be doing anything else with their time, but they're there with you, watching your content, hanging out with you, and engaging with you. So the best thing that you can do for your viewers is just to be the best entertainer you can possibly be, whether that be amazing at the game or be a highly engaging individual or a little mix of both. But please do not guilt trip your viewers into thinking that they have to support you monetarily. Do not talk about, "Oh man, I really want this game, but I don't have any money." Deal with it. You don't have money right now. Wait till you have money, and then you can go buy a game later. Don't try to guilt trip your viewers into buying stuff for you. Don't try to guilt trip your viewers into being a sub or tipping you. It's just really scummy. It's desperate, and it's downright messed up. So don't do it. It's really disgusting. This is my disgusting face. So yeah. Anyways. Please do not guilt trip your viewers. I've seen that too many times. Additionally, other things you shouldn't do. If you don't like a streamer or you dislike their content after a while, you don't have to tell the whole world about it. You can just quietly go away and find another streamer that you do like. The content creators, the streamers, the broadcasters, they're working day in and day out to provide you with the best content that they can. And you know what? It's not always going to mesh well with everybody. Not everybody's going to enjoy the same content or material. There are going to be people that dislike it, and that's fine. But don't go and just shit on the streamer or be toxic about the streamer because you're just unhappy. That's the last thing you want to do. So just make sure that you are not being intentionally toxic or being a troll when you dislike a particular content that's created. So if anything, just give them constructive criticism, behind the scenes. You can DM them or message them privately on Twitch or Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and say, "Hey, I don't like your content anymore. This is why. I hope you make the improvements, and who knows, maybe one day I'll be back." That would be way more constructive than saying, "Oh, this guy sucks. I don't want to deal with him anymore. He's terrible." And then just list off all the things why he's terrible, because it's just bad form. It's really bad behavior. I mean, think of it like if you're dealing with a friend that you no longer want to be friends with. You don't want to burn that bridge because there's a potential that you could be friends again. And the same thing with the content creator. There's potential that you could come back and enjoy their content again. But if you're mean about it, then they're most likely not going to want you back, and you may find yourself banned from that community. So just don't risk it. Don't risk burning bridges, because you never know. You never know where life will take you. So yeah, let's just recap real quick, guys. Today we defined what etiquette is. Basically, it is a defined behavior, nice behavior amongst a group of people. So how it is basically a code of polite behavior within a group. That is the way you define etiquette. We discussed why it matters. Obviously, if you're looking for long-term growth, you cannot get there on your own. You're going to need other people to support you, other people meaning viewers and streamers. And if you are burning your bridges with all these people, they are not going to be there to support you. And eventually, your support will dry up, and your goals for reaching streaming as a profession will disappear. So that is why it matters. If you want to take this profession seriously and make it a long-term profession, then you have to understand the etiquette behind it, the unspoken rules. And you should always be supporting other streamers that you like. You should always be doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Don't do it just because you expect them to do it back to you. Don't follow people because you expect them to follow you back, because that follow for follow stuff is garbage. Don't ever do that. And you should be positively supporting their social media. You should be positively supporting their streams, and should be actively engaged in their streams. You should be sparing conversation, helping the streamer out whenever they're in the middle of a game. Whatever you can do to be supportive, you want to be there and support the streamers that you care about out of the kindness of your heart, not expecting anything in return. Don't be scummy. Don't use people. Don't step on others to get yourself ahead. Do not guilt trip your viewers into thinking they have to pay for anything, or provide you with any type of monetary compensation. You should be thankful for their viewership alone. You should also not passively or just self-promote in general. And if you dislike any type of content that's being produced, just quietly move on to other content that interests you. So that's it for streaming etiquette. I just wanted to get straight to the point. I hope you liked the video today. Let me know your thoughts on streaming etiquette, on things that you feel a streamer should be doing or not doing. Also, if you have any ideas for future Faded Chronicle videos, please let me know with a comment below. As always, if you like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is Daddy Steve signing out. I'll see you guys later.